تاب عليكم وعفى عنكم. So first of all, garment, your clothes, they give you warmth. They give you warmth. Similarly, the husband and the wife, hunna liba, they are your clothes and you are their clothes. You know, both of them. So you should get that warmth and love from your husband and wife, from the spouse. They should get that warmth and love from each other. It's also a protection. Where the clothes protects you from different kind of weather, similarly you protect each other. You become each other's protection. You become each other's shield. Similarly, if you've got any kind of bodily imperfections, you've got some burns or you've got some scars in your body, your clothes, what they do is they cover those up. Similarly, a husband and wife should conceal each other's imperfections. So they shouldn't go around saying, you know, my husband farts in bed, you know, and to everybody and make a joke out of it. No, you should kind of conceal each other's imperfection. Similarly, the closest thing to a person's body, naked body, is his garments, right? The closeness. So that also shows that a husband and wife, they should be very, very close to each other. Now, if we go to the kind of the making of the clothes, then we see that the cloth itself is weaved. So we've got horizontal weaving, we've got horizontal, we've got vertical weaving. Yeah, so we've got, and without those, you won't have cloth. You need both of those threads. Okay, that shows the kind of different mentality, or that shows the different personality. You can have two different people coming from two different backgrounds with two different upbringing. There's definitely going to be different mentality. There's going to be different, I won't say compatibility, different mentality which you will have to work with, because it's going to be such a boring world if you're always wearing the same types of clothes. Always black. Have a bit of color in your life. So these are different kind of mentality which doesn't go against each other, but they complement each other. You see, you need those different kind of mental. So if your wife is like my wife is a kind of Alton Towers girl, and I'm more of I look at a church and look at the kind of architecture and kind of get a buzz out of it. Different kind of mentality, but you need to work your way around that. Okay. Similarly, you have stitchings on a cloth. Okay, the stitching on the cloth is basically your sharia, your rules, your huquq. Okay, if you basically don't uphold the rules of the sharia, then suddenly what's going to happen is the stitches are going to come off slowly, and it won't work when once on the 14th of February, Valentine, you give her a massive bouquet of flower. When all the stitches are nearly falling apart, a massive bouquet of flower won't kind of really help. So what you need to do is you need to constantly remind each other that I love you, honey, you're fine, you have to. These are words of affirmation. You have to do it, because it's not those big presents that really make matters. It's actually those little stitches, little things that husband and wife, they do for each other. That really matters. And also you have color and design. In a cloth that represents that in a day. Maybe you will be happy, you will be sad, you will be ecstatic, you will be morose, you will be different emotions. You can have different designs in your clothes, you can have different colors, you can have these shouldn't put you off. So you should, if your husband or your wife is feeling really down, then that's just a flavor. That's something which is temporary, that's going to go, because once you've had an argument and she's really sad and you're really sad, well, the beauty of it is that when you make up, then you can feel the love. Okay, so that the color and the design gives you all the different flavors. And then you've got dirt. Your clothes get dirty. Okay, your clothes get dirty. So what you do is, when your clothes get dirty, you need to clean it yourself. Okay, or you need to put it in the washing machine. Okay, you don't take it straight. I mean, if you've got washing machine in your house, you don't take it outside to the laundry. Okay, so similarly, you try to sort your own problems out, because marriage is not only a bed of roses, but it's got thorns in it. So you try to sort your own problems out, and you try to negotiate and sit down, and we're going to look at some conflict resolution. And if you can't do that, then only then what you do is you bring people from outside. You take your dirty. Don't like the English saying, don't hang your dirty linens out for everybody to see. It's your problem, sort it out. If you can't, then get external help, take it to the laundry. Okay? Taking off the garment, at the end of the day, we can't sleep 24/7 with our garments. We need to take them off and we need to put them in the cupboard, or somebody throws them on the floor. The metaphor of that is that, yes, the clothes is the closest thing to you, but at the end of the day, you have to understand that you are two different individuals and you need your own private space. You need your own, and those of you who are married, you know that, I can't live without you. You say, I can't live without you. That's just kind of words. Sometimes you can't stand the sight of him, or you can't stand the sight of her. You need that. And sometimes what happens is in our Bengali tradition, going away for Nayar for 2 weeks or something like that sometimes helps. But you can't be suffocating each other. You need to have that kind of space where they need to have their space, you need to have your space. If they're like, I don't know, watching TV or whatever, you like reading a book, you need to have that space to yourself. If not, then the marriage becomes very burdensome because you're not fulfilling your own kind of things. And then the last thing is that, what about buying new clothes? How would you translate that metaphor? Buying new clothes.
Renewing the love, renewing
New wife.
New wife? I'll say that when it comes to that stage, then buy your wife a sari for Eid. Let's move on. Okay. Let's look at so that was the metaphor of the garment. We've got the etiquettes of the first night. Okay, the etiquettes of the first night. There are many etiquettes, and it's a harrowing experience especially for women. Also for men. I mean, I know one person when on his first night, he actually got his sleeping bag out, and he was going to sleep on the floor because he didn't know what to do. So breaking the ice with the sunnah. It is a sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that when the man enters, normally the people of the household, like your sisters or your sister-in-law, they will take you in and they will kind of break the ice. But then the ice isn't really broken, because when you're alone in the room with your wife, then what do? Well, the best way is that you do the sunnah way. And the sunnah way is you take him a glass of water and a glass of milk. You drink from the glass of water and milk, and you tell them to drink from the glass of milk and water, and you say that this is the sunnah way, and then you hold your wife's head and you read the dua, Allahumma inni as'aluka khayraha khayra ma jibilta alayhi wa a'udhu bika min sharriha wa sharri ma jibilta alayhi. And she does the same to you, that, oh Allah, I ask you for the best in her and the best in what you've created for her, and oh Allah, I seek refuge of the worst in her and the worst that you created her with. And she does the same. And in one very, very weak hadith, he actually says that you kiss the wife on the forehead, and she does the same thing as well. So that's a very beautiful way. It's a sunnah way. And then if you want to read a salat al-shukr together, or a thanksgiving to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or a dua, then you do that. And then you have, you can give gift, a wedding night gift to each other. So that's, you can let your imagination. And then as far as consummation is concerned, this is kind of a really, really harrowing experience, especially for women. And then, you should take your time, because at the end of the day, remember that the woman has come to your place, and is this working? Is it working? Yeah. The woman's come to your place, she's in a new place, there's nobody there, and she's never actually let anybody come in her comfort zone, and you are actually coming way beyond her comfort zone. So what you do is, husband and wife, you should walk yourself through, because at the end of the day, you don't really know anything, and there isn't actually any sunnah. Some people say the sunnah is actually after 3 days, but it's not. You can consummate the marriage in the first night. However, you should be gentle. And also in the hadith, there's no embarrassment in saying this, and Imam al-Ghazali has written quite a bit on foreplay in his Ihya Ulumuddin, and in the hadith the Prophet said, وَلْيَكُمْ بَيْنَهُمَا رَسُولٌ وَلْيَكُمْ بَيْنَهُمَا رَسُولٌ, that there should be a messenger between them. And the Sahaba said, what is this messenger, Ya Rasulullah? The Prophet said, al-mula'aba wal-muda'aba wal-qubla, foreplay, playing with your wife. Playing doesn't only mean sexual, physical playing. Talk, get to know each other.